couldn't believe the response to our first Naturally Aspirated Heroes trilogy. So, here we are again with the first of another very special trio. This is one that, for me, probably should have been in the first batch because it's one of the most legendary of them all, and the comments seem to second that. You'll already know from what you're watching in the background that it's time to celebrate Porsche's Mezger Flat 6. Hans Mezger designed engines for Porsche all the way back to the 60s, but he's most well known for his motorsport drive motors that were wedged into the back of the 996 and 997 GT3 models. Today, we're in North Wales in a very kind SCE member's 997 GT3 RS, sporting a 3.6 litre Mezger and, like they all did, a manual gearbox. Yep, that's a recipe for a good day. You can't celebrate the best naturally aspirated engines without a Mezger, can you? I know it's the 3.6 and not the 4 litre, but there are a couple of reasons for that. The main one being that we were offered a 3.6. But seriously, I've driven a couple of 4 litres and it is absolutely outstanding. It is so good. But like for like, a 4 litre is knocking on 4 times the price of one of these. And that is where the 3.6 comes in. It's 95% of a 4 litre for a quarter of the price. And aside from a bit of extra shove, that 4 litre does have loads of torque. Other than that, you get everything that 4 litre engine gives you. I mean, listen to it. Now, we're really here to talk about the engine, but we have to talk about the other bits while we're here, don't we? The handling, what do you expect from a GT car? It feels so light on its feet. The turning is awesome. But it's not so hyper alert like a lot of the modern cars. Not artificially so, it just feels natural, it flows. The steering feels amazing in your hands. This has the original ceramic brakes, which are... yeah. They really stop you. The pedals are perfect for heel and toe. Oh, this gearbox as well. I've blabbed on about this in other videos, but the way the gearbox feels on a 997 GT3 RS is awesome. It is just so precise. And it needs a solid shove. The clutch is heavy along with it. It's a car you really have to drive. And that engine suits that character. Because it's an engine you have to work. It's 409 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 about 4.2 seconds, and I know you're sat there like meh, but trust me, 1, this is still a quick car when you get up it, and 2, the most important point, it revs to 8,400 RPM. Yeah, it's not 9,000 like the newer 991 GT3s, but do you miss it? I don't. You never feel like you want more revs in this. And that power figure, especially when you've got a weight around 1,400 kilos, anything 400 to 500 brake with a linear power band is the sort of power you can enjoy on the road. You can enjoy the noise. Oh, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Now, you might remember I recently drove a 991 Gen 2 GT3 with the new 4 litre direct injection engine, and I said that I didn't miss the Mezger on that video. Was I right to say that? Now I'm driving one of these again. Yeah, I don't think you do really miss the Mezger in the new car. It has its own benefits. But at the same time, there is a reason the Mezger is so highly regarded as one of the great engines. It just feels so raw, so motorsport, like the hairs on my arms are standing up right now. And the engine is such a huge part of that. There's the red line, finally. I should add this has an Akrapovic bypass on it as well, which helps things even more. I could drive this all day and listen to that all day. Another thing I love about this car is just its simplicity. It's a steering wheel, 3 pedals, a gear stick. There's a sport mode to make it louder and more responsive. Suspension, firm or soft. Traction control, off or on. That's it. No fancy modes, no auto blip, no drift mode, anything like that. That's how I like it. Without that sound, without that engine, it'd still be a great driver's car. It's just, in my eyes, it's flawless as a driver's car, but it's the engine that makes it one of the all-time greats for me. And when you think about the value of these at the moment, especially compared to the 4 litres, given the money, it is a no-brainer for me. Huge amounts of want.
I'm not sure I need to say a lot to summarise that, do I? The 997 GT3 RS on roads like these is just perfection to me in every aspect. But that point I made is true, that it's the power delivery, the raw feeling and the motorsport soundtrack of that Mezger engine that put it up there with one of the very best driving experiences. And because it's mated to the most amazing manual gearbox and it doesn't do anything for you, you're in total control of everything that engine does. It just absorbs you. Hopefully you enjoyed that first instalment, but if 3.6 litres and 6 cylinders isn't enough for you, make sure you come back next week for 6.2 litres of V8 muscle.